Hey everyone, I am the Miniac, and in today's episode we are talking about me. This is a Get to Know the Miniac episode, and in today's episode I'm going to answer some questions some of my friends have had over the past year about what it is I do and what I'm doing in the future. So let's begin. So first of all, what do I do for a living? Well, right now I am a semi-professional photographer. So I mostly do artwork. Lately I've been getting into filmmaking, oddly, with my YouTube channel, so that's kind of an interesting thing. What my goal, though, is I want to go into the YouTube channel full-time and start doing that as my job. So I'm working on that. I'm very close to getting the minimum subscribers I need in order to get the channel monetized. However, what I really want to do so that I don't have ads flowing on my videos all the time is what I really want to do is set up a Patreon account and have my subscribers contribute to my channel on a monthly basis or a yearly basis or a one-time basis, whatever you want to do. And my goal is through donations through my Patreon account, or contributions I should say through my Patreon account, that I could run this channel full-time without doing the AdSense thing on YouTube. Now, that could be a bit of a challenge, and it might end up being that I have to do both to make ends meet, but I'm going to see what's going to happen. I haven't set up a Patreon account yet, but when I do, you all will be the first to know, because I will put the link to it in the description below this video, and you'll be able to go there, make a donation to the channel to support me continuing to do these videos for you all, and hopefully that'll be what I do as my profession for the foreseeable future. So one of my friends asked me, as some of you might know, I am a brand ambassador for Mini. Now, it's specifically I am a brand ambassador for Barron Mini in Merriam, Kansas. Now, what exactly is a brand ambassador? Well, a brand ambassador is someone who talks up the brand to non-Mini owners or even Mini owners, people who are interested in the brand. A brand ambassador is very enthusiastic about the brand, will talk about it quite a bit, will promote it in their social media, or in my case YouTube, and in some instances my Instagram page. It's someone who kind of works with the dealership to get the information out there and make sure that people who are watching my channel or watching my Instagram posts or people who I talk to are informed about the brand and know a little bit more about what Mini is. Another thing I wanted to share with you all is the fact that the brand ambassador thing that I do with the Mini dealership is kind of morphed into including my YouTube channel. So it's kind of become if you've noticed, a lot of my cars that I've done in the videos have been from that dealership. So it's kind of blended together, so it's almost like the YouTube channel has become an offshoot of the brand ambassadorship, or vice versa, or the channel has sort of become a way of advertising for the local Mini dealership, which is kind of true, kind of not. It's kind of an odd thing. It also kind of plays along with the local Mini club as well. So I'm not exactly sure what's happening there, and I'm not sure how that will affect the channel in the future. It might be more advertising, it might be more sponsor stuff. I don't know yet, but I'm working on trying to figure that out, and it's not necessarily a bad thing, because that's how you make money doing this kind of stuff, and that's how you grow your viewership and grow your channel so that more people are watching it, more people are interested. So if it means that this channel becomes kind of an offshoot of doing the brand ambassador stuff with the Mini dealership, that's not necessarily a bad thing. That being said, the brand ambassadorship doesn't pay anything. It's mostly a honorary volunteer thing. The YouTube channel, on the other hand, will pay for itself at some point. Two people have asked me this question. One person asked me if I could have one Mini for the rest of my life, what would it be? And the other one was, what Mini would be my all-time favorite? So if I could have one Mini for the rest of my life that would be my all-time favorite, it would probably be a fully loaded John Cooper Works hardtop, one of the new F56 generations. Yes, I love my R55 Clubman, but I really like the newer generation Mini, and I think they're fantastic. I would be persuaded to get a GP, maybe, the new generation GP coming out in 2020. However, I prefer manual transmissions, and I think I've read somewhere that the new one is going to be an automatic, so I'm not too keen on that. But maybe Mini will change their minds and bring out a manual, but that's yet to be seen. I did read an article recently that BMW is going to be phasing out manual transmissions within the next 10 years. So the BMW M4 is actually the last car you can get with an manual transmission. At least it will be the last car you'll be able to get from them for manual transmission, which is kind of a shame because despite the fact that the automatic transmissions shift quicker, the manual transmissions are still more fun to drive. And finally, here's something I want to address. I have been made aware that sometimes my information isn't always accurate, and that's an unfortunate thing on my part, and I know that it doesn't reflect very well on someone who's supposed to have all this knowledge about the Mini brand. So let me share with you all that a lot of times I'm kind of filming quickly. I don't really script everything because it's kind of the style of it. I don't want it to be so overly scripted that it just looks like a TV show. So there are some times where I'll say, like, if I mention a John Cooper Works and it has a manual transmission, I say, like, the only way to have it. I don't mean the only way you can get a John Cooper Works is with a manual transmission. What I mean is it's my personal preference. And I guess that's the problem, is I had a tendency to do this when I was getting my master's degree, is I tend to put my personal preferences and personal opinions into what I'm writing or talking about. And that's not necessarily the way to do it. And you really should be, if you're going to share information with a large audience, you really want them to be as informed as possible and know that there are more than one way of doing something, but this is the preferred way of doing it. So when I say that a John Cooper Works with manual transmission is the only way to have it, like I said, what I mean is that's the way I would do it. You might like the automatic transmission. I prefer the manual. And honestly, the automatic is actually quicker from a 0 to 60 standpoint, with a 5.9 second with the automatic versus 6.1 with the manual. So that's one thing. The other thing is I sometimes have gotten stats wrong. I've gotten horsepower wrong. I've gotten torque wrong. So I'm working on improving that. And if I have to, I may just not even include the tech specs on the vehicle just to make it easier for you all. Well, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like below. Don't forget to comment. If you haven't already done so, subscribe to the channel and push the notification bell so that you get notified when I post a video, which is every Friday at 2 p.m. Central Time. So until next time, as this low-flying airplane is flying over, remember, life is too short to drive a boring car, so buy a Mini. I'll catch you later. Almost forgot this.